Israel tells Gaza residents to leave within 24 hours. Mujib Making of a Nation released in 153 cinema halls. Tigers give Kiwis 246 run target in World Cup encounter. Those were the headlines. You're watching ATN News. Good evening, viewers. I'm Rubaba Ahmed with English Bulletin. A tough day is waiting for Palestinians. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu gave the warning during the swearing-in ceremony of wartime cabinet in Israeli Parliament, Knesset, on Thursday. Israel is telling everyone in North Gaza, about 1.1 million people, to relocate to the south of the Strip in the next 24 hours. According to the United Nations, Israel military directly told Gaza City residents to leave for their safety and protection. As its forces mass ahead of an expected ground offensive, the UN has called on Israel to withdraw the order, urging it's impossible for Palestinians to fully comply and warning of devastating humanitarian consequences. Meanwhile, Hamas called Israeli warning fake propaganda, tells residents to ignore order. More than 1,400 people have been killed in Gaza since Israel launched retaliatory airstrikes, Palestinian health officials say. The death toll from both the sides now stands at 2,800. Muslims of the country have staged demonstration protesting brutal torture and mass killing of unarmed innocent Palestinians by Jewish state Israel. Several Islamic organizations brought out procession from Central Mosque Baitul Mukarram after Jummah prayer protesting attack on the Palestinians. They called upon the Muslim countries and Arab League to stand beside the Palestinians and demanded punishment of Israelis. Besides, similar kinds of programs were organized in Chattogram, Feni, Lokhipur, Borishal, Kisharganj, Rangpur, Shirajganj and several other districts protesting cruelty of Israel and expressing solidarity with the Palestinian people. They demanded intervention of the world power to stop this torture. Mujib Making of a Nation has got released simultaneously in 153 cinema halls across the country. Renowned filmmaker of India, Shyam Benegal, directed the movie, a joint production of Bangladesh and India. The shooting of the movie has taken place in both the countries. Jazz Multimedia Limited has been given the responsibility of the distributor of the film. The movie is the highest budget movie in country's history. The work of movie began in 2019. It received the certificate of censor board on July 31st. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina inaugurated the premiere show of the movie on Thursday. She called upon all to watch the movie to know about the unknown information of the history by watching the movie. Taka 90,000 crore has been plundered in last 15 years. BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir made the remark at a press conference titled Massive Irregularities Unbridled Graph, Depositing Massive Wealth Abroad Through Money Laundering, highlighting dollar crisis, devaluation of money, unable to open LC and different types of crisis. The BNP leader said government has failed to keep the economy vibrant. He said Bangladesh is now trapped into Taka 20 lakh crore loans. The country is heading towards massive financial crisis, he apprehended. Allegation of torturing publicity secretary of Shahiuddin Chaudhry Ani in the police station is not true. Home Minister Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal made the remark while inaugurating Autumn Festival of Shattenshin's cultural organization on Institute of Fine Arts premises on Friday morning. He said there are 3 cases against Annie in his village, home, Lakhipur and in Dhaka. He has not filed any bail petition in these cases, so police nabbed him from his Dhanmondi residence recently. As Shahiuddin Chaudhry Annie did not cooperate, police entered his residence forcefully. No evidence of torturing Annie was found in the CCTV footage of the police station, the Home Minister added. Metro rail to remain closed for next 3 days due to technical development work of the Agargaon-Motijil part. Metro rail will remain closed on the day of weekly holiday today as well as Saturday and Sunday. The important public transport will resume its operation from October 16th. Last Tuesday, M.N. Siddique, Managing Director of Metro Rail Operator Company, Dhaka Mass Transit Company Limited, gave the information of the closure of Metro Rail for 3 days. Metro Rail's Agargaon-Motijil part is likely to be inaugurated on October 29th. After the inaugural 3 stations of Metro Rail, Farmgate, Secretariat and Motijil will start functioning. The first ever Metro Rail of the country was inaugurated on December 28th last year. The largest festival of the Hindu community, Durga Puja, will begin through the Mahashashti on October 20th. Bangladesh Puja Ujjapon Porishad organized a view exchange with the journalist on Friday to let them know about the preparations for Durga Puja. The leaders of Puja Ujjapon Porishad urged the political parties not to give any programs during the time of Durga Puja. Although Durga Puja begins officially through Mahashashti, the rituals of Durga Puja actually begins through the Mahalaya, the day when goddesses Durga, believed to be descended to earth to eliminate Mahishasur, the buffalo demon. The puja will come to an end on October 24th. Now news on ICC Men's World Cup. Now a short break. We will be back soon with International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction Day today. Uncertainty grip Afghans in Pakistan awaiting UK visa. You're watching ATN News. This is English Bulletin. Observance of International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction is underway across the country through different programs. The theme for this year is Fighting Inequality for a Resilient Future. In Hobiganj, a drill of fire, flood and lightning took place at Biam Laboratory School. Members of Hobiganj Fire Service and Civil Defense of students of different universities took part in the drill. Later, a discussion was held at the hall room of District Shilpokala Academy. A discussion was organized by Ministry of Disaster Management and Relief in Borishal Circuit House. DC of Borishal and many others addressed the discussion. A procession was brought out from Shilpokala Academy in Meherpur. The procession ended in the DC office premises after parading through the Court Road. Naga District Administration also organized a procession. Later, a discussion took place at the conference room of DC. Now news from around the world. Global temperature is in 2023 has broken all-time records, UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres said in a message on the International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction observed on October 13th. As per UN Secretary-General's observance message, 2023 has shattered temperature records and seen record drought, fire and floods around the world. Poverty and inequality are exacerbating these disasters. Those with least are often at greatest risk from extreme weather. Many are at risk of poverty, especially due to the indiscriminate impact of floods and droughts. They have fewer resources to deal with damage and to recover from it. They suffer disproportionately as a result and may be punished farther into the poverty. The theme of this year's International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction is Fighting Inequality for a Resilient Future.
I've been closely following dramatic events in Israel and Gaza.
Afghans in Pakistan are now facing UK visa limbo as Pakistan vows to expel migrants. Many have risked their lives working with UK in Afghanistan. After fleeing to Pakistan after Taliban takeover, they are now stranded in Pakistan as they wait to be relocated to the UK. Their days are spent living in fear as Pakistan government announced a crackdown on migrants without visas after crossing border tensions rose. Many were taken to Pakistan during Taliban seized Afghanistan's state power in 2021. UK promised to gradually resettle them in UK. Even after many days, they still have not received UK visa. English teacher for British Council Marzia said, many like her are awaiting for UK visa for a long time and living in the same uncertainty. Many of them did not want to speak in front of media. They are afraid that they might be in danger at any moment as they are in Pakistan without visa.
Though not a signatory to UN resolutions protecting refugee rights, Pakistan is home to over 4 million Afghans. Most arrived in the last 4 decades.
Burkina Faso and Russia are due to sign a memorandum of understanding on Friday for the construction of a nuclear power plant in the West African nation, the state-run AIB news agency reported. The agreement will be a culmination of talks between Burkinabe military ruler Captain Ibrahim Traore and Russian President Vladimir Putin. During Moscow's Russia-African summit in July, Traore had a meeting with Putin. The Memorandum of Understanding will be signed between Russian Federal Atomic Energy Agency Rosatom and Burkinabe Ministry of Energy of the sidelines of Russian Energy Week 2023. Burkina Faso is one of the least electrified countries globally. International Energy Atomic Agency said only about 20% of population has access to electricity. It has fallen out with most of its traditional Western partners, including former colonial power France. It has turned to Russia for economic and military support. Now, sports news. In Euro qualifiers, today France will face Netherlands, Portugal will play against Slovakia, and Australia and Austria will face Belgium. All matches will be held at 1:15 a.m. Bangladesh time. France is at the top of Group B with 5 wins in 5 matches. They gained 15 points. French will be guaranteed a place in second round if they beat Netherlands today. Dutch have won 3 and lost 1 with 1 less match played. Netherlands, who are in the second place with 9 points, aim to win. In the group, Greece is number 3 with 9 points equal to Dutch. Meanwhile, Portugal and Slovakia will meet in Group J. Portugal is on top with 18 points after 6 matches. Slovakia is in the second place with 13 points from equal matches. Top 2 teams on the table from each group will advance to the next round. Before ending the bulletin, the top stories once again. Israel tells Gaza residents to leave within 24 hours. Mujib, Making of a Nation released in 153 cinema halls. Tigers give Kiwis 246 run target in World Cup encounter. International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction today. Uncertainty grip Afghans in Pakistan awaiting UK visa. That's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for being with us.